is calling over there, and he's gone 13, 5 and 7 in the first. 13, 5 and 7 the tips here. So he's put Smart Chief on top. Now there's been support for King of Fish and also Smart Chief, and it firms into $5.20. And then you've got Prime Vane. Royal Army's had backing too, and 5, 11 and 6. And looking forward to some crowd shots too at Sha Tin. You can see them all lined up there near the fence. Fine and good conditions. Hilton Donaldson will be reporting in for us too. And of course Hilton will be online prior to the running of the big sprint race there later on today. The first of the big ones coming up, the Hong Kong Sprint, and that is due to go, it was the 5 o'clock. Valvalon, of course, will be trying to win it for the 3rd year in a row. Mystigic, our other runner there. So there's the late mail from Hilton, 13, 12, 1, 2. Smart Chief seems to be the one they've come for. And it is 5.20, so nice odds about it. And the 12 has got a chance too there, which is King of Fish. Now, and those dividends you see down the bottom there are all for $10 Hong Kong. Okay, so that's what you're getting there. But our market, of course, 670 about Prime Vane, 11's Royal Army and Dashing Champion. Exciting times in the market. Little Elephant at 620 is eased. Let's look further down. It's to 580. The favourite now, well, King of Fish 730, Smart Chief, who is the late mail. It's at 360. Now, interims at Hobart, Bull Bazaar, the winner, 570. 220 over the Flea and West Quest Boys, 16.10, 24.80 and 112.39, 3 and 11. And Gosford Correct Weight, Real Dash, Ryan Wiggins, 9.10, $3. Duke of York and Grace, 90.20, 155.30, 2,150, the 8.12.9 trifecta. Bordertown, we're bringing you races 6 from Bordertown, and we'll also bring you race 6 from Dubbo, their main events on the card today. And at Bordertown in race 6, which is the Christmas Cup, Kazik is the 100 raider over Interface Star, Dolima's Daughter and Persian Sting. Just warning you, things are going to get a little frantic here in the next half an hour. Sovereign Court here is at $14, 380 Dolima's Daughter, 11 Persian Sting and 10 Swindler's Way. Kazik at $7.50, so the favourite is number 2. Support for Cashamoon, Interface Star and Cossipura. And well in the market too is Lady Glenley at $7.90. Now we're about to go to Sha Tin where they move in for the running of race 1. It's International Day. Here's David Raffel for the first.
Yes, what a splendid day it is. We've got the sun shining down as though the man upstairs himself is a punter. He's really turned on an absolutely perfect day for us weather-wise. Now it's up to the horses to fill in their part of the bargain. The opening event, the favourite, number 13, Smart Chief at $32. We have a lot of international listeners taking in the full call at the moment of the entire meeting, and remembering for those viewers and listeners that it's a $10 minimum, so a 32 is the equivalent of a 3.2, just over 2 to 1. Royal Army at $54, number 7 Little Elephant at 5.9, and the last one for the opening event on International Day is about to move in, and that's Little Elephant. He's respected. Robbie Fradd takes the ride, and they're all in. Flagman does his bit. Stand by for a start. They're racing. King of Fish, Little Elephant jumped okay. Away well, Dashing Champion lands right with them. Exciting Times wants the lead though and will push over, and Lung's favourite right between them. Easing back, Martial Spirit. Smart Chief fades back worse than midfield. Royal Army goes past him as they go the first few hundred. Medit King next, followed. Easing back and trying to get a little bit of cover in the early stages. Fortune Life, he slides in behind them. Dandy Bunny Barkara behind them. From Sensible Advice second last, and Prime Vane at his regular spot at the back end. Exciting Times by 1, King of Fish second, Little Elephant in third. Martial Spirit 4, Lung's favourite Deeper 5, Dashing Champion the inside of Royal Army. Medit King in the light blue, Smart Chief the favourite under it. 3 wide tracking them, Fortune Life to the bend. Dandy Bunny, Barcara, Sensible Advice and Prime Vein 8 off the leaders. 600 to go. Felix has had a good run in front on Exciting Times. Leads by a neck. King of Fish laying it down. Little Elephant with the run of the race. Martial Spirit there. Dashing Champion asked to sprint, battling at the moment. Royal Army Medit King very one-paced. Fortune Life hooks out. The leader sprints. Exciting Times got a length on King of Fish. Little Elephant comes out though, rallies at him, gets very close. 2 lengths away Royal Army. Next then Dashing Champion. Little Elephant wanting to run in again, but he draws to the lead. He's got a neck break. King of Fish battles hard. Exciting Times third. Royal Army staying on. Little Elephant draws away for a decent win of a length and a half. King of Fish second and nose third. Exciting Times. Royal Army came at them and Dashing Champion the middle. Next in Fortune Life, Medit King, Lung's favourite. Drifting back Smart Chief. He really struggled to kick on face value. From Dandy Bunny Barcara, Prime Vein with the Times had little hope. Next Martial Spirit and Sensible Advice is one of the last ones. He enjoyed the absolute run of the race from a good barrier, well, a wide barrier, I should say, of 9, but he got a good ride by Robbie Frad, and he drew away. Second is a photo. King of Fish, you'll see in the middle, has bobbed and been able to get it. So King of Fish should get the nod officially as the second spot. Exciting Times, as we see so often from Felix Coetzee, ridden perfectly in front, rated well. He was able to steal the margin at the 300 on King of Fish, but he just couldn't hold the margin over the final furlong. King of Fish was able to run him down and just nose him on the wire for the second spot. Robbie Frad, I think his dream of dreams would to be a dominant jockey today. It really would be a highlight story around the world for the club and Robbie Frad, and it started well for him. Little Elephant first, Tony Millard. Robbie Frad winning the opener. The Langford 3-year-old has now won 2 of 5. He got a great ride from a wider gate, and officially he's up as the winner. A photo finish called for second. Stand by for the minor placings, but as we looked at the slow motion replay, it did seem that King of Fish put his head down on the line and would have clearly got second from Exciting Times, and that is correct. It's 7, 12 and 6 on the opener. Robbie Frad wins the first.
Okay, and of course your caller there, David Raphael, the first at Chartin, and there's the div, 7, 12 and 6. We'll have a full set for you in a moment. Bordertown, we're coming into the Christmas Cup, and this is race 6. Dolima's Daughter is the favourite. This race is, well, it's not the Christmas Cup, it's called the Woolshed Inn Bordertown Cup. Dolima's Daughter 350, Kazik at 670's had very good backing here. Wayne Kerford's ride, and then to Lady Glenlee. Here's the interim Chartin, Little Elephant, Robbie Frad, $610 $2 over King of Fish and Exciting Times, $14.70, $37, 538, 712, 6 trifecta. Werribee's 4 away. Sedenga, Seek the Silk. Then you've got Magnus Bay and Where's Dad's Cash, 12, 1, 2 and 14. The market here, some promising types here. Seek the Silk 14. Magnus Bay 480, 830 Hour Blitz, 13's Cameo Lady. And then further down you'll find these other ones. 420 Sedenga, who's very smart, back from a spell. And Where's Dad's Cash for Vinnie Hall at 310. Meantime, they're moving in pretty well at Bordertown for the running of race 6, a field of 12 in the Bordertown Cup, with Dolima's Daughter favourite in front of Lady Glenlee and Kazik, as we now take you to Ron Paps.
In the Christmas party mode, fashions in the field. I thought I'd seen everything, but there's a woman here today with an emu on her head in the form of a hat. She takes the cake. The Murray Bridge train gallopers command plenty of respect here. Dolima's Daughter and Lady Glenlee. Both have been well tried. Dolima's Daughter, number 2, an easing favourite to 410 160. Lady Glenlee coming in, number 10, $5 210. 690 for number 1, Sovereign Court. 730, number 5, Kazik. Look to be set. The Woolshed Inn Bordertown Cup. Beautiful warm day, they're off, and Sovereign Court the inside came out okay. So did Lady Glenley, being steady by the rider. Cozy Pura looking for the lead, so is Delima's Daughter getting across him. And Clayton Dyer the Grey works across the body of the field as they draw to the post with a circuit to travel in the Bordertown Cup. And it's Clayton Dyer the Grey from second placing Spirit of Demas. Delima's Daughter is third on the inside of Kazik into a nice spot. Oh, the leaders run off around that turn out of the straight. Clayton Dyer wanted to head to the float park, and it's being revved up and fought back on one rein, trying to get him back into the course. It's Clayton Dyer working across again in front of Spirit of Demas. In third position as they take the second turn into the far side now. We've got Kazik outside Delima's Daughter. Cozy Pura next on the inside of Cashamoon. 3 lengths away then to Lady Glenley. She's being tested as a stayer today and ridden quietly. Going up on the inside, Sovereign Court from Swindler's Way. They were followed by Interface Star, then Carnivorous in a green cap, and last of all is Persian Sting. In that order, they move along the far side of the course, and the Grey got back to the rail to lead again. It's Clayton Dyer by 1. Kazik has had a nice enough run second. Cozy Pura is now taking off 3 wide. Back on the inside of those with 800 to move as they go onto the side. We've got Spirit of Demas from Cashamoon closing ground. Delima's Daughter hard ridden but improving. Further back Interface Star, followed by Lady Glenley, who's in a pocket on the inside for the moment from Swindler's Way with 600 to run. Then taking off right around them with a nice run now is Persian Sting, and they were followed by Carnivorous and Sovereign Quarters toiling as they come to the home turn. 450 to go. Clayton Dyer led. Kazik is the challenger. Interface Star 3 wide. Cashamoon behind them. Wider out, Persian Sting is running on solidly. And Lady Glenley getting home near at the inside. Persian Sting shifted to the outside. 200 to go. Clayton Dyer the leader. Hanging on now. Interface Star and Kazik, and now Lady Glenley getting between them. And down the outside, Persian Sting, but Interface Star hit the front. Interface Star in front of Persian Sting, and Interface Star wins the Bordertown Cup. Second, Persian Sting. Third might be Clayton Dyer the inside, Kazik, and also there Carnivorous and Swindler's Way. They were followed then by Delima's Daughter, never got into the race. Lady Glenley hasn't stayed. Cozy Pura behind those, and they were followed just ahead of a few of them by Cashamoon. One of the last in was Sovereign Court, last throughout basically, and Spirit of Demas just ahead of it.
Yeah, Interface Stars won the prize, the Grey, at $13 and $3.60 in front of Persian Sting, and it is a photo for third. 7, 3 and a photo after the running of the Bordertown Cup. We'll bring you that third number shortly. Then we have Werribee. Then we go to Dubbo, of course, for the running of their Christmas Gosford. At Chartin coming into the second race on the card here. Flashing Star's been the best back runner, and it now firms into 280. And Gary Schofield, the rider here. Global Fortune number 8. Craig Williams riders at 6:30. Good backing for number 9 here, My Fortune. It firms to 660. Then Lucky Trio at 8:10 for Shane Dye, and Lucky King is given a chance for Dwayne Dunn at $11. Late mail again from Hilton, 2, 9, 7 and 1. 2, 9, 7 and 1. Now Mafu Star got third at Gosford, so 6, 9 and 5. Now they're coming in at Chartin. Let's go to Darren Flindell.
He was subject of a big plunge when he won last time, back from 25s down to about 9 to 1 or so. He had a bit of luck. There was a few disadvantages in the race that were all in the market, and he followed the fence all of the way.
Yeah, he did have the absolute run of the race. Possibly not open to quite the same sort of improvement as 1 or 2 of the others here. But it's not going to be an easy task by any means. I'm just going to be very interested to watch how this one turns out. I think we got plenty of horses in this race that will win many more races, and hopefully there's a couple of Class 1 performers in here.
Let's take it to David now for the call.
The last couple of runners moving up for the Tokyo Handicap, and the favourite is number 7, Flashing Star on a big board. 2.3 at the moment for him. $50, number 9, My Fortune, or 4 to 1. Number 8, Global Fortune at 7.9. They're the 3. And the last couple moving up, as you can see. We look just about ready. Flag is up. Stand by for a start. They're racing from the inside. Lucky Trio's jumped well. One more round trying to get over. Major B getting over, and My Partner out wide, pushing forward to take a prominent position. right behind them early and try to sit in nicely. Lucky King, he gets a good trip. C'est la Vie, Tamar deeper and in the middle, try to get a spot. Happy Years, he's 3 wide, has cover. My Fortune Began Fairly improves quickly in the lime colours and drifting back. Champion Winner on the inside. Global Fortune and the favourite between them, Flashing Star. They go away from Chocolate Tycoon and Nice and Easy last. On the circle, Lucky Trio attacked by My Partner. They go quickly and lead together by 2. Major B 3 and 4, one more round. 5 My Fortune with cover. Tamar trapped wider. Happy Years behind them from C'est la Vie. Flashing Star deeper. Champion Winner, Chocolate Tycoon getting back. Lucky King trying to come between them. Global Fortune 350 out. My Partner lays it down to Lucky Trio, who's quickly done. One more round pushing on and coming up. The My Fortune in the lime jacket draws up and goes to the lead. Major B's done out wider. Flashing Star, the favourite's getting home. My Fortune in front, 150 out. He's got a 2-length break. Flashing Star, one more round, and My Partner battling for the minors. My Fortune for Deleuze, too good. Turns it on as he goes past the wire. Wins by 3. One more round second. At home late, Global Fortune stole third on the line from Flashing Star. My Partner just battled the last bit with Major B, Lucky King, Lucky Trio, Tamar, Chocolate Tycoon in front of it. Champion Winner at a break, C'est la Vie, who's pulled up as one of the last. A good young horse. Wide all of the way from 14. He came with the run around the field in the early stages, actually. From 14, he didn't fly the start, but he improved, ended up working to be up near the front end in the early stages. And when he let him down, he did very well. Derek Cruz and Olivier Deleuze turning it on again. They've teamed up incredibly this season again. And this great French rider has proven too good. And he loves the victory dance after the line as well. Home you go, lovely. Number 9 is first, My Fortune. Number 1, one more round. First up, the Australian's done a good job. Had to push for the run, but he rallied very nicely. And Flashing Star did come very solidly at the 200, but the times that he had to run made it very difficult for him to get this leader and winner. The winner was away when Flashing Star was making his run. He had to come around them as well for Glenn Schofield. He's done well running third in a good race.
All right, My Fortune and Oliver Deleuze, $6 and $1.60 over one more round. Flashing Star, $72.20, $99.90, $430, the 917 trifecta after the running of the second on the card today from Hong Kong. 7. There you see Darren Flindell and Hilton. And let's go to the track at Sha Tin.
As he says, he does look magnificent.
Certainly does. It seems to be a big price, 45 to 1. Would you suggest that's overs on what you've seen of him?
Well, if anyone's hearing me, and if this is going to air in Australia at the moment, which I believe Sky Channel has been taking a fair bit of this pre-race lead-up, then there'd be a few trying to get on the Hong Kong TAB at the moment at 45 to 1, because he would not even be double figures in Australia.
We saw on film when he won the Group 1 Galaxy at Randwick earlier on in the season, he showed tremendous speed there. He was able to hold the front and lead all of the way. Is that generally a trait of the horse?
He goes forward in his races. He'll probably be the leader. He's had 10 starts over 1,000 metres for 5 wins and 5 placings. He raced in the Triple Crown last year and competed really well. That's in Melbourne, of course, over the Autumn Carnival. So he's a winner of the Galaxy, as you mentioned. He's been at the highest level in Australia for so long, and he has comparable form to Falvalon. So if you like Falvalon, you've got to like Mystigic.
There seems to be a lot of confidence from Danny Bagor with Falvalon. He's been very upbeat with the media right throughout the week.
We can only go by what he says on previous years. He's been here and done it twice. The horse put on 1 kilo of weight on the flight over, and as we've seen with some of the internationals drop away due to coming here too late or just not handling the climate conditions, which basically have been very similar to Australia. It's been 19, 20 degrees Celsius each day and very beautiful weather conditions to prepare a horse. Any wonder Mystigic picked up after a flight that left him with a slightly elevated temperature, but no other real problems. So look, the Australians will run well.
All Thrills 2 is the favourite for this race. Last year he was able to run so well in the sprint trial leading up, and he ran with such great credit. He gave the leader, well, basically he gave Falvalon about 1.5 lengths to 2 lengths at one point, and was able to get within a neck of him. Of what he's done this season going in, I've got to say he does deserve to be favourite, All Thrills 2. He held Electronic Unicorn comfortably first up in the National Panasonic Cup, and then again last time in the sprint just blew these away.
Well, he's had the blinkers on at his last three, and it looks like it has really switched him on. And if you go back to last year, finishing so close to Felvalon, and given that David Hayes is quite confident, and Shane Dye said to me the other day at the barrier draw that he thought the horse had improved a couple of lengths on last year. Do you agree with that?
Definitely. That's what David Hayes firmly believes. And he's utilising Gerard Mosse, the French rider. Over about the last 2 months or so, David Hayes has been using Gerard on a fairly regular basis, and they've had a tremendous amount of success. The pair have just really clicked.
Just a quick word on those that might be coming down the grandstand side, drawn 13 and 14. Texas Glitter, which has some amazing times in the US, has run a 54.8, so he's the fastest horse in the field. He's run a 108 in his career, a 55.68, a 101.4 for 1100. He's a speed machine, and he and Believe, the Japanese horse, which has won 4 in a row, I think will give them a ton of cheek on the outside.
Let's take it to David Rafal now for the call of the international sprint.
The Hong Kong sprint, it's the richest 1,000-metre race in the world, and the last of the runners are moving in. Thunder, Slapshot, you can see on your screen, standing up well. Slapshot drawn in the middle in stall number 8. Felvalon stands up perfectly, All Thrills 2 the same. So they're in. We wait for Texas Glitter drawn out wider for Edgar Prado. He's in 13. Believe is drawn in 14. The world watching, the first of our international races. Zipping to move in. The French for Robert Collet and Davy Bonella. Zipping about to walk up. Very quick, the 3-year-old. Believe loads up. Goes to the back of the stalls, and we're just about ready. In fact, we are set. Crowd roars. They're racing in the sprint. Believe jumped awkwardly. Texas Glitter, not a lot of speed. Agnatha begins fairly well. Out in the middle, Shonen Camp is the best one to begin. Thunder, Firebolt, Mystigic going hard. All Thrills 2 stays close to them. Wow, Felvalon's well back in the field. He's at least 6 off the leaders. Anabatic midfield, Agnatha deeper. Texas Glitter getting close with Slapshot, Cape of Good Hope. Continent, Believe a long way back. Felvalon is about 4 off the leaders. Mystigic going quickly at the halfway mark. Got a length of Firebolt and Thunder. All Thrills 2, Felvalon starting to drive up the rail. Shonen Camp is under pressure. Anabatic battling. Texas Glitter, the American, starting to wind up down the outside. Mystigic, Firebolt, Felvalon on the inside. All Thrills 2 is coming through again. Felvalon's running hard. All Thrills 2 gets the run and goes to the front. Hong Kong Roar. Felvalon for the Aussies coming through. All Thrills 2, Firebolt and Felvalon. Thunder staying on. All Thrills 2. Hazy wins the international sprint. All Thrills 2 from Firebolt and Felvalon third. Thunder in 4, next in Zipping, Anabatic, Mystigic battled on, Texas Glitter came but he couldn't finish. Shonen Camp, Cape of Good Hope, Agnatha, Believe, Continent and Slapshot has run in last of all. The favourite has won it, a training triumph for David Hayes. All Thrills 2, winning the international sprint. Felvalon gave them a start at the halfway mark. It looked for a moment as though he might be able to do it. He rallied and got to Firebolt, but then Firebolt drew away from him. And whilst all that was happening, All Thrills 2 for David Hayes and Gerald Mosse, the great French rider, had rallied up, gone to the lead at the furlong, and they drew a margin. The last 100 was all glory for Mosse, David Hayes, and our champion sprinter, All Thrills 2. They haven't beaten him this season. He was dominant first up. He won easily last time, the margin not big, but he really rolled down to the wire. And to win the richest 1,000-metre turf race in the world in that style is a mark of what a great horse this is. It was on this day 2 years ago he had his first race start, on this day in a hot field. They bet him up heavily from a wide gate. He won well. 12 months later, which was last year, we saw him come from off the speed and just miss. In a couple of more strides, they felt he would have won. David Hayes was quoted as saying he's a couple of lengths better this year. He's beaten Felvalon by a couple of lengths. All smiles downstairs for this great Australian ambassador, a really good bloke, a great trainer, great horseman, and he's teamed up so well with Gerald Mosse. There's not many happier winners in the place, and there's not many more humble winners in the place, as Gerald Mosse trots back on All Thrills 2. What a great moment for Hong Kong. The racing industry, when you're running international races, you need your locals to do well. We have world-class horses here. This guy, All Thrills 2, we've known it for a while. We knew he could develop into a world-class winner, and he's done it today on the home track. Maybe the next step is overseas. They're going to give him a reception. As you look at the dividends, you can hear the roar of the crowd as these horses come back. And Gerald Mosse coming with all three thrills too from an inside barrier, gave them a start and did his normal thing and really let down and ran a really quick final 400 metres.
Yeah, the local hero home, and David Hayes, son of the late Colin, and what a trainer he has been. And there he was, a top trainer, of course, in Hong Kong, with this great thrill of winning this big sprint today, and all thrills too. Well named, hey? And defeats Firebolt and the mighty Falvelon. Ran a terrific race for third, and Mystegic led them up, of course. So the sprint run and won. We still have a lot of interest, and we're bringing you all 9 events.
$5.70, and it's $10 here, so big overs. Lucky combination, the 3, is at $4 in Hong Kong, so similar odds. 4 Noble Falcon is at $10 in Hong Kong, note. $15 for 5, Ambitious Tycoon in Hong Kong. Kimberley Mines at $15. A Minute Sunshine Coast, All the Best is at 13 Hong Kong. Ever Success is at $4.20, so good overs to be had, Unitab New South Wales. $8 for Media Core, number 9 for Felix Curtsey. And the rest are at much longer odds in Hong Kong. Always Win, Horoscope, Romantic Symphony, Huangdi and Corajaso, which is prepared by our very own David Hayes. So as they head out, there is Horoscope number 11, and the field is all up 16 with the bottom 2 not running. So 14 to face the starter. As they head out, Not Over is the fancied run. West is certain to come in further. It's around $5.70 in Hong Kong. So amazing odds. And from there we go through to Medic Core at $8.20, and Toy Quest is the one which continues to firm in. Sale dividends, and then we look to Launceston's first race, which will follow this Hong Kong event, and it's harness racing, where Peter Gilligan will be calling the action. Interim Sunshine Coast, Edinburgh Castle, Michael Rod, a winning treble from Riolo, and Galaxy Fighter. Now, Launceston ratings look this way. Only crumbs left, the 4 ahead of Core. There's Darren Flindell on course at Bordertown. We have a protest Bordertown on the last, second against first. Note, second against first at Bordertown on 2, 3 and 6. So full details to come through there shortly. Hilton Donald.
Well, I'm sticking with Shane Dye here and John Size, Brendan. 3 Lucky Combination. The horse ran very well first up from a spell over 1400. Drew barrier 13 of 14 that day. The race won by Noble Falcon. Noble Falcon here gives weight back to Lucky Combination, and also Toy Quest out of that race. I went with 7 All the Best in for second. The horse has won 4 races over the trip here at Sha Tin, and recently has been going okay. Did win first up from a spill back in September. Hasn't raced for about 6 weeks, but if you go and have a look at its last couple of runs, they've been pretty good. Last time out, not suited at Happy Valley on the slow track. Goes better here at Sha Tin. They're just about ready to go. 3, 7, 14 and 2.
Okay, Hilton, second against first it is. Those details at 2, 3 and 6 across the line. Bordertown moving up Sha Tin. Launceston to follow. They return to scale at the Sunshine Coast. Let's rejoin the team in Hong Kong.
We can come up with something else later in the day.
Late money coming in for this horse on the screen, Medic Core, as we take it to David for the call.
He's been very well bet, Darren. 82 when he was in the mounting yard. He's now 5.9, and as I speak, they put more money on him, and he's now 5.5. So they continue to bet number 9, Medic Core. From barrier 12, the way they've been riding him of late, you'd be thinking they'll be trying to get a sit. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. They've gone forward on him before and he's done well. It's going to be intriguing to see the luck that he has early, or if they do go forward, how quickly he's going to have to get over and how much work he'll do. The favourite, Lucky Combination at 40 and now 4.1. Medicore bet down to a dividend of 5.3. We look just about ready to go. They're all in. Flag is up. Went out wide, upset. It's standing better. They're racing. Toy Quest missed it. Horoscope flopped it badly. All the Best jumped well. Kimberley Mines and Medicore's going forward. So too Ever Success in the middle, and Wangdi out wide are getting over from Noble Falcon, Ambitious Tycoon. Always Win worse than midfield, and the favourite gets back. Lucky Combination with Romantic Symphony. Right in between them, travelling okay early is Toy Quest, but he's only got a few behind him. They're My Chief Corajaso, Horoscope at the tail. At the 1,000, Ever Success, Kimberley